Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Coffee with Priscilla, episode 149. 149. How is everybody today? Are you ready for the weekend? I know I am. But first, we need to pick a card. I'm going to shuffle them up just a little bit. These cards were gifted to me by my friend Wendy Rube, so I do this in her honor every Friday. I pick from these magnificent cards. All right, let's see. Which one shall we pick? Oh, there we go. I am me. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I love it. I love it. Today, I am committed to being the amazing and extraordinary me. I will stay true to who I am and what I stand for. There's only one me, and she is awesome. I am enough. To be someone I am not is to waste who I am. Oh my gosh. I love that one. I love it. I love it. I love it. And thank you, Wendy, so much. You continue to inspire me and stay in my heart from this beautiful gift. So let's talk about that. Be you. Do I not tell you all the time? You just need to be who you are. We all are unique and special in our own way. And if you do nothing else, stop comparing yourself to anybody else under any circumstance in any situation whatsoever. Okay? You are you. You're unique. Nobody's like you. Period. They just are not. And, everybody's circumstances are different. I will say this about circumstances. We tend to lean on that as a crutch, circumstances. But the real truth of the matter is circumstances are nothing but a result of decisions we've made. Good or bad, right? Good or bad. And while sometimes people feel that they have bad luck, which of course I don't believe in, it's really, sure, there are times when things happen. Well, let's face it, bad things happen to good people all the time. But I'm completely convinced, even in my own life, that the circumstances we go through are based on our own choices. And I'm not saying that you've made bad choices. I'm not saying that at all. Let me give you an example. So 8 years ago, I lost our last of our 3 dogs, and it was devastating. When we had the other 2 with us, we still had one with us, right? And so if you have ever had a love for a dog, I lost my only son in 2005. I had no more children. These dogs were my kids. They were my kids. They fulfilled that aching in my heart to protect and give love, and they love back unconditionally like your child would. So it took me 2 years from that point to decide that, yes, I wanted another dog. And so then we ended up with Bandit and Ritzy. Okay, these were all decisions, right? In terms of, I chose after 2 years. After grieving and deciding that I could handle going through it again, maybe. But he was only 6. He was only 6, and we lost him. And that was horrible. Oh, gosh, and I don't want to cry. He ended up being diagnosed with diabetes the day after my mom passed away, which that was a grueling 11 days in and of itself. But, what was it? So it would have been 19 months he was with us from the time he was diagnosed with diabetes, and we did everything we possibly could for him. And it's just his poor body, and he was such a good dog, right? So my dog didn't make bad decisions and become diabetic. But my point is, I chose to have dogs again. So yes, my choice didn't cause my dog to have diabetes and suffer from these horrible things. No, but I chose to have him in my life. And when we choose to have an animal in our life, we choose that like we would choose to have a child, right? You have to accept the good and the bad of what that entails. And so, in that respect, I just want you to understand, I am not saying that a bad thing has happened to you because you made a bad choice. That's not what I'm trying to say at all. What I'm trying to say is I made the choice to have dogs in our life again, and I have to accept the consequences of the fact that one of them ended up being sick. You know, it is what it is. It's still my responsibility to take care of him as best I could, me and my husband, and we did. We did everything we possibly could for him. It was a very hard thing. But again, you know, and he was only 6. Now, obviously, when I made the decision to whether or not to have another dog, you know, my husband and I are getting up in age, and you have to start thinking about things, right? Because our dogs typically last a long time. I mean, they have a good life. We take good care of our dogs. We do. We love them. They're our kids. So, of course, we take good care of them. They don't leave home. Anyway, to say that when I made the decision to have dogs in our life again 6 years ago, I did not think that I would lose one of them in 6 years. That was not even... that wasn't even on my radar, and I certainly didn't think that I would be losing my mom just 19 months ago. So anyway, to get off of those subjects, just know that sometimes things just happen, and you know, the old saying, things happen for a reason. I mean, it makes who we are, right? And how we handle what we do in each of those circumstances is completely based on who we've become through all the hardships, and then, you know, celebrating the wins. We have little wins every single day. We do. I promise you that. You have small little wins every single day, and you need to celebrate each and every one of them. You do, because that gives you the belief for the big ones you want. And sometimes the big ones can't happen if you don't celebrate the little tiny ones, little microscopic little ones along the way. You have to celebrate those wins. You know, our nature is to harp on the things that are going wrong. Let's switch that mindset up. Let's do it. Let's be conscious today, right? We're going to be me, but we're also going to be very aware of all the wins, all the positivity in our life. And that's what we're going to cling on to. That's what we're going to keep in our mind, not the things that are troubling us. Okay? Sound fair? All right. I want to read some words of inspiration before we go. No, I haven't found my book from Velma yet. I will this weekend. My weeks are just so crazy busy. I don't have time to stop, and I have a lot of stuff, guys. I just do. Okay, here we go. Relax and let me lead you through this day. I have everything under control, my control. You tend to peer anxiously into the day that is before you, trying to figure out what to do and when. Meanwhile, the phone or the doorbell rings and you have to reshuffle your plans. All that planning ties you up in knots and distracts you from me. Attentiveness to me is not only for your quiet time, but for all your time. As you look to me, I show you what to do now and next. Vast quantities of time and energy are wasted in obsessive planning. When you let me direct your steps, you are set free to enjoy me and to find what I have prepared for you this day. Now, these are it's Jesus calling. That's what this book is called, right? And so it's him speaking to us. Okay, so there's just a few scriptures here, all in Psalms. Psalms 32:8. I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you and watch over you. Psalms 119:35. Direct me in the path of your commands, for there I find delight. And finally, Psalms 143:8. Let the morning bring me word of your unfailing love, for I have put my trust in you. Show me the way I should go, for to you I lift up my soul. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And yes, I don't know about you, but I seek God's will for me in my life. I'm His vessel, and I want Him to direct my every move. And I know that sometimes we need to learn to trust ourselves more to know the difference. Maybe that's a struggle that I perhaps have. I want to know for sure that these ideas that come up in my head, I have grand ideas, you guys, I do. And I just always want to be certain that where they're coming from, right? There's only one place I want them to come from. And that's kind of what these scriptures are emphasizing, and just following Him and trusting Him, and get some quiet time. Get quiet time. It's important every single day. There's so much that's revealed in quiet time. There's so much noise out there in the world. All right, guys. I obviously am feeling a little bit better today because I've gone on and on and on. And listen, go knock Friday out of the park and enjoy your weekend. Be blessed, and I'll see you guys Monday. Bye now.